Dontaesboxingnation, what's going on, guys? I want you guys to picture something in your head real quick if you can. Just imagine this. Hypothetically, let's take Floyd Mayweather for example. He's a perfect example because he's not the hardest puncher, right? Imagine if Floyd Mayweather, all of a sudden we see him in All Access and we notice that, he's got a tad more muscular. He got veins popping out his neck and shit, right? And leading up to the fight, you see him, you're looking real muscular. He goes into the fight. He's fighting a good opponent, right? He knocks this opponent out with one single shot, right? And some of the people on YouTube and everywhere else, they're starting to get suspicious. And you know how shit on YouTube, one person says something and that shit spreads like wildfire, right? So let's just say all of a sudden now the rumors are just, rampant. Everybody's saying Floyd Mayweather is juiced up. He a juice head and Floyd roid and all this kind of shit, right? So not everybody, not everyone, but you have a lot of the haters, basically saying that Floyd Mayweather, he's juicing. I think the dude is juicing, right? Now let's go even further. Now imagine that Floyd Mayweather's fitness trainer, his conditioning coach, is a guy who was busted in the Balco scandal with Victor Conti, right? A guy that is known for providing P.E.Ds to his athletes. Now imagine Floyd Mayweather's next opponent is Canelo Alvarez. Now let's just say hypothetically Canelo Alvarez was the exact same size as Floyd and he wasn't bigger, right? So Canelo Alvarez, he's listening to all the people. Everybody has their eyebrows raised and all of that. Now Canelo Alvarez, he says, I still want to fight him, but I want him to be tested. Floyd Mayweather says, not a problem. Send me the contract, I'll sign it, right? So the fight is made. All of a sudden, 3 weeks, 4 weeks go by, and guess what? Now it's testing day. So Canelo Alvarez, he's waiting around to be tested. He finds out he's not going to be tested. And then he also finds out that Floyd Mayweather is not going to be tested. So now Canelo Alvarez is like, whoa, what the hell is going on here? So Canelo, he calls up the promoter, right? He says to the promoter, let's just say it's Bob Arum, right? He calls up Bob Arum and he says, Bob, what's going on with this? We were supposed to be tested starting today. And Bob Arum says, you know what? I've decided we're not going to go with USADA and VADA to test. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to work with Nevada Athletic Commission and we're going to create our own testing lab, right? So don't worry about it, kiddo. It's taken care of. Now Canelo is sitting over here with his head sideways like, what the fuck is all of this about? Now, after I said all of that, imagine what people would be saying about Floyd Mayweather. What would they be saying about Floyd? Right? And then let's go even further. Let's say Floyd Mayweather, he goes out there and he blows away Canelo Alvarez. One of his most impressive victories. What would they be saying about Floyd Mayweather? Floyd Mayweather is a cheater. He doesn't get credit for any of his fights. Now we know that he's a cheater. He didn't want to take the test. He knew he was supposed to take the test. He avoided and eluded testing. We can't trust Floyd Mayweather. That win that he had against Canelo Alvarez, it doesn't mean shit. You guys know this is exactly what people would be saying about Floyd Mayweather. Am I wrong or am I right? Let me give you guys just one more scenario. Imagine you're on your job, right? And just like any other job, when you first get hired, they have you sign hiring papers. Now, one of those papers that you sign, it lets you know that you're going to be subject to random drug testing, right? Now, let's fast forward. Let's say you're 4 or 5 months deep into your job. All of a sudden, guess what? It's random drug testing day, right? So one of the supervisors calls you in the office and she says, yeah, you need to do a random drug test right now. No, no going home, no nothing. You got to go straight over to the office or, wherever, to the lab, and you have to take a drug test right now. And you say, in response, you say, oh, you know what? I got a better idea. This is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to test with you guys. I'm going to go home because I actually have a drug testing kit at home. Okay? So I'm going to go home, I'm going to test, and then I'll bring you the results later on today or tomorrow. How about that? And you know what your supervisor says? She says, how about this? How about I give you this big ass box so you could pack your shit and get the hell out of this damn office and don't come back? How about that? You know why she's going to say that? Because the shit sounds fucking ridiculous and idiotic, right? And you would have to be a damn fool to listen to someone talking with this type of nonsense, right? Guys, this is how it sounds when you hear the shit that Bob Arum and Juan Marquez are pulling. And I was mainly pointing the finger at Bob Arum, but now it's getting to the point where you have to equally point the finger at Juan Manuel Marquez as well. Because Marquez is allowing this to happen. You guys have to understand something. Marquez, his reputation is on the line right now, right? We cannot really trust anything that Marquez does until he does the right thing. Bob Arum is going to fucking tell us, no, we're not going to go with USADA, the company that has busted over 1,000 athletes. We're going to use our own company. Our company that has never caught one single athlete for using PEDs, and that should just go ahead and take care of the problem, right? Man, what fucking planet does this man come from? And who the fuck does he think he's talking to? Either you must be a damn fool or you must think I'm the biggest damn fool, is what Bradley is saying right now. I didn't even read the article today. I just read the headline, Tim Bradley shaking his head. This Marquez shit is a joke. That's what he said, right? Because it is a damn joke. It is a damn joke. And I'm telling you guys right now, if Marquez were to pull this fight off and win this fight, how does the victory look? Let's be real about this, guys. How does the victory look? Man, this is going to be one of the most tainted, controversial wins in the history of boxing if Marquez allows this fucking USADA scandal shit to go on and then he ends up winning the fight. This shit is a scandal, man. It is very fucking scandalous. It's funny because and one person sent a message who was a Marquez supporter. Obviously, he was saying some stupid shit like, yeah, Bradley is just crying. Why doesn't he just let Bob Arum do his fucking job and just shut up? That's the motherfucking problem. Bob Arum ain't doing his fucking job. Bob Arum is doing anything but his fucking job, right? I mean, you guys have to be educated on what Olympic-style drug testing actually means. What I don't understand is why isn't Marquez taking a stand? Once again, guys, Marquez, his reputation is on the line right now. And he's allowing this shit to happen. Why doesn't Marquez say, fuck this, man? I want to speak to the media, and I want to let them know right now that I'm willing to take any test. I'm willing to take any test to show that I'm clean. I am not a dirty fighter. I'm completely against that shit, and I want to show it. So whatever test that we were supposed to take, I want to take it. Marquez is not even saying that. Even if Marquez wanted to just say that and lie, he could have at least made himself look better. You feel me? Let's just say, even if Marquez, if he is dirty, right? And he says, let me just say something to the media just to, kind of make this shit die down a little bit. But I'm not going to fucking take no test. I'm just going to say some shit. He could have even did that. Marquez is not even willing to do that. And remember, guys, I know a lot of people don't remember this shit, but when Floyd Mayweather first started When Floyd was negotiating with Manny Pacquiao and he first started demanding Pacquiao to take drug testing, and when Pacquiao turned that shit down and said he wasn't going to do it, guess who was one of the first other professional boxers outside of Floyd Mayweather to say, you know what, if I fight Pacquiao again, I want him drug tested too. You know who was one of the first people who said that? It was Juan Marquez. Is that crazy? Boy, how quick these motherfuckers forget. How quick they forget and flip on their own damn words. I mean, the shit is ridiculous, guys. I've seen so much scandalous corruption in the sport of boxing lately, it blows my mind. This will not go well for Juan Manuel Marquez. I'm telling you right now, this win will be extremely tainted if Marquez wins this fight. Unless Marquez stands up and does the right thing. I can't understand this, guys. I can't understand how Marquez, the only thing that Marquez said about this whole situation is, oh, look, Tim Bradley, he's showing fear. Now Tim Bradley is scared. He didn't say anything about I'm willing to test. I signed a contract to test. I'm willing to test. I want to show you guys I'm clean, etc., etc., etc. Right? What happened to the fucking Nonito Donaire way? The Floyd Mayweather way, right? Nonito Donaire, he fucking stood there and said, I want to show the world I'm clean. I want to clean up the sport. Floyd Mayweather did the same fucking thing, right? How come Marquez is not doing it? I mean, you follow me, guys? You got to understand something. I was defending Marquez right after he knocked out Manny Pacquiao. I was telling people I didn't think, you heard it on my videos. I was telling people I don't think Marquez is doping or anything like that. He just caught Pacquiao with a perfect shot that Pacquiao did not see. You know, it had nothing to do with being juiced up. That's what I said at first. But now the shit that Marquez is doing, it is highly suspicious. Same thing with Manny Pacquiao. You know, long time ago, before there was any talks of Mayweather fighting against Manny Pacquiao, when Mayweather Sr. was training Ricky Hatton to fight Manny Pacquiao, after Manny Pacquiao knocked out Ricky Hatton, that was the first time that Floyd Mayweather Sr., he said it publicly, I think that Manny Pacquiao is on something, right? When I first heard Mayweather Sr. say some shit like that, I remember I seen a headline, and I just scrolled to some other shit. I'm like, this man talking crazy. You know, Floyd Sr., he talking crazy. You know, I thought it was the most ridiculous thing I had ever heard. And then all of a sudden, lo and behold, later on, Floyd Mayweather is negotiating with Manny Pacquiao. And the fucking only thing that stopped that fight from happening is this motherfucker, Manny Pacquiao, did not want to do drug testing. Imagine that, guys. Imagine that. I gave both of these fighters the benefit of the doubt at the beginning. Right? One more quick scenario. All right? Like I said, back to the job analogy. Imagine you're on your job and all of a sudden it's random drug testing day again, right? This time it's inside of an office and 8 people have to be tested that day, right? 7 of the 8, they they abide by the rules and they go ahead and they say, okay, I'm ready, right? Then all of a sudden, one guy is missing. And they're like, where's James at? Oh, James, he left. He said he ain't taking no test. He said he ain't got to take no test and he ain't going to take it. And he walked out the door. How would that look to everybody in that office that one person out of the 7 decided he ain't going to take no damn test? Right? Let's raise the odds. Imagine that the job that he was at, right? Let's just say it pays $100,000 a year, right? And they told him, they said, now, if you want to stay at this job, you have to subject yourself to random drug testing, right? And you know what he says? He says, fuck it, I don't need this job. He leaves that job getting paid $100,000 to go work somewhere getting paid $60,000. And everybody else, once again, all the other people, they took the test. This man, he walked away from the test and took a lower paying job. How would that person look to that office? Like he was dirty than a motherfucker. Probably doing fucking weed, cocaine, crack, heroin, everything. Right? That's how he would look. Okay? Floyd Mayweather's situation, the same thing. Canelo's taking the test. Cotto took the test. Mosley took the test. How come Manny Pacquiao didn't take the test? Highly fucking suspicious. Now we got Marquez, the man who's supposed to be loved by the root of the boxing fans all over the world. You know, this man Marquez, he could do no wrong. Could you imagine if the tides were reversed and it was Bradley who said he would take a test and all of a sudden he ain't taking the test? Imagine if this whole thing were reversed. Could you imagine the type of backlash that Bradley would get? It would be fucking something awful. You wouldn't be able to look, you wouldn't be able to read a comment on YouTube that has something to do with Bradley without shaking your damn head every single time. Come on, man. Let's be real about this shit. Let's stop bullshitting and let's be realistic about this situation. This man, Juan Marquez, he needs to do the right thing. You think Jim Lampley is going to go on his show and start demanding that this man needs to stand up like Nonito Donaire did, his hero, and do the right thing? Remember, Jim Lampley, he praised Nonito Donaire for drug testing, Olympic-style drug testing. He praised him for it. What is he going to say about Juan Marquez's reluctance to take Olympic-style drug testing? What is he going to say about that? He ain't going to say a damn thing. And if he does say something about it, he's going to defend Marquez. Just like Jim Lampley defended Manny Pacquiao when Jim thought that Pacquiao was doping. But then as soon as Donaire came along and was a complete advocate against using P.E.Ds, then all of a sudden he says that's the man who deserves all the credit for cleaning up the sport. But 6 months before that, you were telling people that, hey, who cares if you're doping? You're either good or you're not. It has nothing to do with taking drugs. All this bullshit he was saying. Understand something, guys. It doesn't matter who you love in a sport. It doesn't matter who you hate in a sport. When it comes to this, and I'm going to leave you guys with this. Understand something, guys. It doesn't matter who you love in a sport, who you root for, who you root against. When it comes to topics like this, there is right and there is wrong. Just because you root for the man, it does not mean that you cannot take a stand and say, you know what, I like Marquez, but the shit that Marquez is doing right now is wrong. He controls his own fate, and he's allowing this shit to go down. Once again, I'm telling you right now, Marquez, if Marquez doesn't stand up to this and do something about this, this victory will not look good on his resume. It won't. Because like I said in the very beginning of this video, if this was a Mayweather-Canelo scenario, and it was Mayweather who was reluctant to test, it was Mayweather who was working with a highly suspicious, conditioning coach, if it was Mayweather doing all of these things, you guys be realistic. You know what you would be saying on YouTube. You know what type of messages you would be typing. You would be saying, oh man, we could never call him a great. If he's been cheating now, he was probably cheating his whole career. They got people saying that Floyd Mayweather is taking steroids now. even though he's doing the random drug testing, right? Even though he's the main person that's on camera getting tested and telling people how he loves to get tested, etc., etc. You still had some ignorant people. So just imagine if Floyd Mayweather turned down a drug test. Just imagine if he was working with someone suspicious. Come on, guys. Let's stop acting like we don't fucking have ears and eyes and we are fucking dumb. It's time to fucking just start being honest about shit. Because you acting like you dumb just makes the sport look more dumb. Okay, guys? So Marquez, step the fuck up. And Bradley, all I could say is, damn, good luck. Because you just keep getting snake eyes when you roll these damn dice.